Africa was a true inspiration to me, not only because of the people, the culture, and the beautiful sceneries, but also because of the wildlife that lives within. Today's nail tutorial is going to be African inspired. I'm really excited because I just feel that it's so exotic, yet you can use subtle colors or fun colors. You can kind of do a lot of things with this inspiration. So today's nail tutorial is going to be this one, and as you can see, we do have the giraffe going on, the zebra, the cheetah, tons of different colors. We have brown, gold, turquoise, tons of action going on. I've had my nails for about a week now, and I use the zebra, the pink cheetah, and tons of fun colors that we added on JennisMakeup.com. The one I have right on the smile line is called Peacock Bling. So there's like tons of colors in there. There's orange, yellow, gold, blues, purples, all that wonderful peacock kind of colors. So for those of you that don't want, such colorful nails and you lean more towards the neutrals or the more natural tones, softer tones, this one will be perfect for you, only because it does have the nice golds and browns, which just look amazing. And I hope y'all enjoy this as much as I did. I love animal prints, and remember to always keep it cruelty free. But using it on your purses or imitation on your clothes or whatever it may be is always fun. It's a great way to add pop to anything. And I decided to do it on nails so that they look nice, sexy, and exotic. I hope y'all enjoy this tutorial as much as I did. Keep on watching if you want to learn how to get nail art like this. Alright, so let's get started. I will be using this artificial nail to show you all how to get the African safari inspired nails. You can file them down so that the acrylics adhere to the nail a little bit better, but I'll be skipping that step only so it's easier for me to demonstrate with this artificial nail in particular. You will be needing a Kolinsky brush. I will be using my JennisMakeup.com Kolinsky brush number 6. It's a rhinestone brush that retracts. That way when you're finished using it, your brush is protected. Super cute. Then I will be also using my imitation reptile brush that I will be using for the entire body of the nail. I like to use my rhinestone brush only for nail art, but then again, they both do the same exact thing. Then I will be using my nail art squares that come in this container. You get 10 of them. You can get them off the website, but I cut them into small pieces, random shapes, and we have the giraffe shape, the cheetah, and the zebra shape as well. You can kind of just mess with them and just place them and cut them in different areas of the nail. Then you will also be needing the clear nail powder, pink nail powder, and here we have Antique, which is a glitter acrylic. It's a darker gold color. We'll also be taking a brand new color that we added to the website, brown turquoise, which is gorgeous once it comes to life with the nail liquid. Then we will also be taking 24 carats, which is a true gold color. I love that gold. And we'll also be using bright brown, which is very blingy brown color. Let's get started. Dipping the brush into the nail liquid, I will be taking a medium-sized pearl of the clear nail powder, placing it right where the smile line would be, well, nearby at least. And then I will be taking my nail art, which will be the zebra, and I'm doing this so that they adhere to the nail. So place the zebra nail art randomly. You don't have to do it exactly like me. You can just kind of mess around with the shapes and then do it whichever way you like on your nail art. Then I will be placing the cheetah right after that, and then placing it as well. I'll be taking a little bit of the clear powder just so that it stays down, only because it does take a few minutes so that it starts taking the shape of the nail. So I'm pressing down with the body of the brush so that it's easier and less time consuming. Then I'll be taking a tiny pearl of the clear nail powder again, placing it right on the tip of the nail so that I can place my giraffe nail art right on the tip, or right by it at least. I'm pressing down with my finger just so it's a faster process. I'm also using the body of the brush. Just make sure that it doesn't get dried out because otherwise it'll get hard. Then I'll be taking some of the 24 karat acrylic glitter, placing it right by where the smile line would be, and just staying right precise right on the smile line. Taking a little bit of the nail liquid, I will be starting to shape the smile line a little bit better. You don't have a lot of time to get this precise only because the acrylic can begin to start getting a little bit harder to work with. So try to work fast once you place your acrylic right by the smile line. Unless you have a medium setting nail powder, that would give you a little more time to work on it. Try not to get the acrylics on the animal print itself, just so you can appreciate them a little bit more. Taking brown turquoise, I'll be placing it right past that 24 carats color. I'll be blending it out with the body of the brush. Try not to get it on the animal print again so we can appreciate it and they don't start, hiding down there. That can happen very easily. So just pressing down with the body of my brush. Then I will be taking Antique, which is a darker gold color, and I'll be placing it right past that brown turquoise. With the body of the brush, I just start blending them. Just inward, very slightly, not too much, just so that there's not a harsh transition unless that's the way you would like it to look. I'll be just trying to blend it as much as I can with the body of the brush. Then I will be taking a little bit of the 24 carats and making a barrier right between the two prints. I'm doing this very subtle and making sure that I don't cover any of the prints. So we're just creating a very, very light barrier. Then I will be taking my brush, dipping it into my nail liquid, and taking bright brown. We're going to place this small amount right on the nail tip and then blending it out. Now this does take a little bit more time only because you have to work on the blending, making sure that there's no, crazy bumps going around, your acrylic doesn't get hard, and at the same time you also have to make sure that you're not getting any of it to cover the animal prints. Otherwise you won't be able to appreciate them very well. So it does take a little bit of time and it's very hard to avoid only because there's not a lot of space on the nails. So you have to definitely take your time doing this. It is time consuming, but in the end it's worth it. So as you can see, I'm just touching up little by little and just taking my time with it, using the body of my brush so I can flatten out some of the acrylic and just taking my time. So then I'll be taking a little bit more of that bright brown color and applying it right on the side of the nail. Very precise work, so definitely takes a lot of patience to do, but in the end it'll definitely be worth it. Taking the brown turquoise, I'm placing it right past that brown color. Now that turquoise will make everything pop. That's the key. There's not a lot of colors going on. They're all pretty much subtle colors, browns, golds, not what. But we added a little bit of that turquoise only so that there's a pop to it because all of these prints are, in the neutral family. So it's really important to add that little pop whenever you want, a little more action on the nails. You can skip that and just add brown and golds if you don't like the turquoise on there, but I think it's lovely. I think it's awesome, and those two colors combined just look awesome. So I'm just making sure that we blend these acrylics, and that way there's a nice transition between them. And there you go. Look at that. Doesn't it look gorgeous? I'll be applying a little bit of my nail primer so that it prevents the nails from lifting. Obviously, you would want to apply 2 or 3 coats. I love this primer. Our primer really, really prevents a lot of lifting. I'll be taking a medium-sized pearl of my pink nail powder, and I will be placing this right on the smile line and taking it from side to side or end to end, whichever way you like to call it. Feather it down lightly using a very light hand, only so that you don't, start deforming the acrylic itself. So be very light-handed. Then I'll be taking another medium-sized pearl, waiting for it to look like a pearl, and then placing it right on the smile line. Now you want to make sure that you use your brush as a barrier. Don't let the acrylic touch your skin, otherwise that will create lifting. So make sure you're very precise with that and not touch the skin. Feather it down very lightly using very light pressure on your hand and on the brush. Then I'll be taking another medium-sized pearl, and this one will be with the clear powder, placing it right past the smile line. The reason we're using the clear, not the pink, is just so that our nail doesn't have a pink tint on the nail art and the acrylic glitters that we used, because they're not pink. They're golds and browns and not wet, so we don't want that to kind of like cloud the nail art that we just did. I'm taking another medium-sized pearl with the clear powder, and then I will be placing it right on the center, and we want to just make sure that all of this nail art is covered with the clear nail powder. So you want to make sure not a lot of the pink gets on there. Then I'll be taking a smaller pearl, 2 pearls actually, I will be placing right on the tip of the nail, and then blending it, well actually feathering it inwards. And this will help create the perfect nail. And that way it's not too thin on the tips, and then they become fragile and break. Then we will be using our Mani Pro nail drill. We added this to our website and we're very proud of it because it's an awesome nail drill. It goes in forward, reverse. It's very light on the noise. It's not very loud. It's a professional use nail. I love it. It makes working so much easier and faster. And I'll be using that to shape the nail. I get my nails done so much faster with this drill. It's awesome. The drill comes in purple and black, and you can check them out at janicemakeup.com. Once I'm finished with the drilling, I will be applying my UV gel sealer and applying a very thin coat of this. The reason I say thin is because once it cures, it does become like hard plastic. If you add too much to the nail, you will completely destroy the shape of the nail and you'll have to start over. So make sure you apply very thin coats before curing. Then I'll be curing it under my 18-watt UV lamp for about 3 minutes. This is a new lamp that we have on the website as well. It's awesome because it's not as big as a 36-watt and it's not as small as a 9-watt, and your whole hand still fits in there. Then I will apply another thin layer of my UV gel sealer and then allowing it to cure for another 3 minutes. It's recommended that you change your bulbs every 4 to 6 months on your lamps depending on how much you use them. Alright, so that concludes our nail tutorial. This is the final look on the nail, so you can kind of see it. I will place pictures as usual so you can kind of get a better look at it. Just a lot going on, definitely subtle, yet very, very stylish. I just love the nail art itself. Remember, you can always customize it like I did, make it more colorful or use more neutral tones like the tutorial we just did. You can always, change it up. There's different nail arts and designs on the website, so you can always, you don't have to necessarily do animal print. You can kind of do other abstract kind of prints on the nail. You can always change it up and do whatever you think may look good. So thank you all so much for joining me for this tutorial, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.